Colts fans out there, welcome. Tonight we have another exciting contest for ONTV's High School Game of the Week between Troy High Colts and the Lake Orion Lady Dragons. David Siseski here with you on the call with my partner Adam Schrader. Adam, it's going to be a fun game tonight. Give us 3 keys for a Lake Orion victory.
For Lake Orion, what they need to do is they need to get the ball in the post early with Kendall Robertson. What they need to do is they limit the turnovers on offense, and they also take advantage of their three-point opportunities tonight.
A really exciting contest, as we already mentioned, is Lake Orion's going to take on the talented Troy Colts on senior night tonight. Adam, Troy comes in here at 13-5 overall, Lake Orion at 7-11. It's really going to be a tough test, and hopefully they're able to win this game for their seniors as they close out the season here.
Yeah, and this should be, not say like emotionally filled game, but obviously this is a big night for a lot of these girls. So
I think that's fair to say. You know, lots of emotion there, as this could be the final home game for a lot of these Lady Dragons. So let's see if they can come out with a big victory over the Colts. Just getting ready here to tip this one off. As I mentioned, 7-11 on the season for Lake Orion, 13-5 for the Troy High Colts. And Troy wins the opening tip, and they'll take the first possession of this contest. So Lake Orion, a big test tonight on senior night. Let's see if they can come away with this one. It's going to be key for them, Adam, I think, to make sure you stay in this first quarter, as they're very dangerous on offense. Talking about Troy, who gets that offensive rebound. Another opportunity. Corner 3 is up and just a little long off the iron, but we talked about that. You got to limit the opportunities and get those defensive rebounds.
yeah, and you were mentioning before, Dave, Troy very dangerous on offense, and someone to highlight for Troy is Anitha Sampson, who is 6'2", and from what I've been told, a very good shooter.
Yeah, very talented, and she has the height as well. So looks like Lake Orion turning over their first possession. Neither team able to score on that opening opportunity. Here's the Troy Colts on their second possession. At the point guard for Troy is Lauren Guma, and that's a little wide there, so air ball. So just those early jitters for both teams, you'd think, obviously for Lake Orion on senior night here, but like I mentioned, if they can score early on here, get an early lead, get some momentum, they could really build on that as this game goes on. Getting a little bit of a press there, but Lake Orion able to get out. Madeline Ebert driving in the lane, and soft touch, and she hits it 2-0. Good shot there by Ebert, the freshman for Lake Orion, who's been strong all season long.
Yeah, and she's always dangerous with the handles as well.
Lake Orion puts some pressure on there. That'll be a foul, though, on Grace Valkalich.
Yeah, with Ebert, I believe some of her biggest strong suits are her ball handling and also her passing.
She's very calm and composed, especially for a freshman at that point position. Lauren Guma passes that over to Charlotte Sabatka. Looking to get on the board here with Lake Orion up 2-0. Three-pointer is up and wide. Again, that's 2 possessions in a row for a team that's been really deadly from 3 on this season.
Yeah, that is crucial for Lake Orion that they have to come out like this, because if you let Troy get into a groove where they're going to make baskets, it's going to be hard to come back.
Ebert passes it over to Megan Marshall, and they're able to break that press. Ebert driving, but she unfortunately traveled there. Just one too many steps, and Lake Orion will turn the ball over, up 2-0. So you don't see that much from Madeline Ebert, but every now and then the turnover is going to happen. But we've talked about her time and time again for a freshman. She's been really strong. Corner 3 is up and just rattles out for Troy. And we're actually going to get an offensive foul and put the ball back in Lake Orion's hands.
And I believe for Lake Orion, they have to start capitalizing, I think, more on these, not necessarily turnovers, but these lost possessions that Troy has right now.
Well, especially early on here. You want to get some momentum going for yourself, build a little bit of a lead because you know Troy is eventually going to pick it back up on offense. There's a press there. Ebert was able to break it. Over to Marshall in the corner. She's looking to get free. Over to Volkalich. Passing the ball around. Good job by Lake Orion. Looking for the open woman here. Oh, from tough foul. Marshall is hit hard. And you got to think she may have went up with the three there. You wish you would have maybe went up and maybe got 3 free throws her way. But nevertheless, we'll keep the ball in on this zone for the Lake Orion Dragons, and they'll get another opportunity.
Yeah, I'm glad to see she's got up after that. That was a pretty hard foul.
That's a tough foul there to take. They really didn't want to give up the three-pointer. Over to Volkalich in the corner. Lake Orion turns that ball over, trying to steal it back is Ebert, but unable to come up with it. Good steal by Kayla Rutledge for the Troy Colts. Rutledge inbounds the ball. And to Charlotte Sabaka. Sabaka over in the corner to Rutledge. Rutledge looking for an open girl. Good job by Troy to pass that ball around. Over to Sabaka. Sabaka back to Gumma. Gumma playing that point guard position, driving in strong. Ball off the rim, but picked up. Nice rebound by Athena Sampson, and she will go to the line.
And she has to get going in order for Troy to get going and win, because she's a main cog in the Troy team. And this could help her get some confidence, these free throws.
She's definitely been a big key for them in their success this season. First free throw is up and nothing but net. Good stroke there from the free throw line. First points for Athena Sampson. And that's what we talked about too, those second chance opportunities. She got the offensive rebound, finds herself at the free throw line to get some easy points. Second free throw up for Sampson, and it rims out. Rebounded by Lake Orion. Good save to keep that ball in bounds. Kay Lauer bringing it up. Over the corner, Ebert, 3 up, too long, and rebounded by Sampson. Gumma crosses her defender over. That's Ebert on her. That's a good matchup to watch. Corner 3 to Rutledge. Rutledge just a little too strong, but there she is again. Athena Sampson, another 3. It's good. That off the hands of Alyssa Maduza. Heck of a shot for Alyssa there for 3, and that gives Troy the lead early on in this game. They're actually going to call that a 2, so 4-2 and off. That's actually a offensive foul there on Lake Orion, so turning it over. So early on, as we mentioned, you don't want to fall too far behind if you're Lake Orion. You got the first basket of the game. Last couple of possessions for Troy, they've been pretty successful on offense here. Can't give up those offensive rebounds. Troy looking to build on their lead. Over to Gumma. Gumma driving the ball in, looking for someone in there. Corner 3 is up and good again. That was a 3 that time. Foot on the line earlier. That's the second big shot there for Troy, for Alyssa Matuza.
Yeah, Matuza early with the hot hand. And for Troy, it doesn't matter where the scoring comes from. As long as you get scoring, I think they'll take anything in.
Well, the way that they're doing that, too, they're driving the ball and dishing it for an open 3 like that. I mean, it doesn't matter how good of a shooter you are. If you have an open look, it's going to make it a lot easier for you. Marshall inbounding the ball for Lake Orion. Gets it over to Lauer. Over to Ebert. Back over to Lauer. Over to Marshall in the corner. Nice pass into the post. Good shot, and that's good. That's Melissa Norman for 2. 7-4 lead for Troy. Troy bringing it up real fast. That's Charlotte Sabaka. Back over to Gumma. Gumma playing that point. Crossing over her defender. Back over in the corner. Got to watch them for three. They're deadly. There's Gumma driving the ball again. Would have been a great pass, dropping it for Athena Sampson. So she's so unselfish, Lauren Gumma. She probably could have shot that and had an easy layup, but she did try to dish it to Athena Sampson for a harder bucket.
Coming in the game right now, I see having the ball right now is Kendall Robertson, which I think if Lake Orion can get the ball to her, because she's
been a force down low. She really has. Easy buckets. We'll see if they can get that to her in the post, as you mentioned.
Yeah, she's a
drive by Lake Orion. Great shot there. Lake Orion, another two. That's Casey Lauer. And 6-7 game. Lake Orion down by 1. Charlotte Sabaka kicks it over to the corner. Back at the top of the free throw line there. A shot and gets her own rebound. That's Athena Sampson. Tell you what, she's been extremely active early on in this ball game. She's causing a havoc down low.
Yeah, it might not show up on the scoreboard, but her contributions are, I think, is allowing Troy to stay in the game.
It's giving them extra possessions as well. Inbound for Troy. Crossover, jump shot, just a little too short off the hands of Charlotte Sabaka, and here comes Lake Orion. Lake Orion, the hands of Casey Lauer. Corner three, it's good. Perfect pass from Lauer to Kylie Heck. And she puts Lake Orion up on top right now, 9-7 early on in this first quarter. Rutledge corner pass. Three-pointer was good, but that was whistled dead by the official. And we're actually going to have an offensive foul. They're calling that on Kayla Rutledge. Didn't quite see it myself, but I'm not wearing a striped shirt, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. And that's huge. That is a lead taken off the board for Troy. And I think that's an opportunity for Lake Orion to maybe add on the lead before the first quarter ends. This possession is huge, in my opinion.
Well, like you mentioned, you have to take advantage of the opportunities given to you. And this is clearly a big opportunity with 3 points off the board. Here comes Ebert. Ebert playing that point guard. Over for another corner three, and just a little too short off the hands of Kylie Heck. Troy coming up with some speed is Charlotte Sabaka. She passes it back to Lauren Gumma. Looking for somewhere to go. Gumma can shoot that. She pulls up. Just a little too strong and rebounded nicely by Melissa Norman. Like the pace of play here for Lake Orion, really pushing that ball. Gonna get another wide open three, and just a little too long. Here comes Gumma, up for Troy. Moving her way into the heart of the defense area and just able to break through. An easy rebound again, offensive rebound for Athena Sampson. Another opportunity and 2 points just like that.
And like you said before, Dave, her contributions, getting those extra possessions in that time, and a layup off that extra offensive rebound puts another points on the board for Troy.
Well, and there you see it right there. They're going to call a foul on Melissa Norman, but Kendall Robertson got that ball deep in the post, and Athena Sampson, she just stood her ground. She can actually play in there with Kendall Robertson. That's the thing. She's had a lot of mismatches on offense, which has led to a lot of her easy buckets, but good defense by Athena Sampson.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting matchup to watch for the rest of the game.
Here comes Lake Orion with the steal, Ebert, and she puts it in for two. Good job defensively there by Ebert, anticipating that pass and getting the steal. Gumma bringing it back again. Lake Orion is really on their game right now defensively. Look at that hustle. That by Kylie Heck, who nearly had another easy two.
And you need that when you're playing against such a talented team like Troy. You can't sit back. You have to almost be the aggressors to force them into turnovers and bad shots.
That's a good point. You got to play at your very best. Because we said the records. Lake Orion 7-11. It's been a tough season for them. 13-5 for Troy. You got to come out here and play your best ball game. Three-pointer real long there off the hands of Charlotte Sabaka. And Lake Orion will take over possession.
Yeah, we got 2.6 left on the clock. You seen anything? A little last second full court shot?
Well, we could only hope, right? We could only hope, Adam. See what Lake Orion's got in the playbook. Here they are. Somehow that shot just didn't get into the hands of Kendall Robertson in time. But so at the end of one, it's 11-9 Lake Orion on top.
Thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch LOHS sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity basketball, hockey, and more this winter, plus concerts and ceremonies. It costs $10.99 per month to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the LOHS program, which we very much appreciate. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. ONTV thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication to bringing Dragon sports to the world.
Well, speaking of those seniors, Adam, you're one of those seniors as well. It's been a heck of a season for you. We appreciate everything you do as well on the broadcast. Sure you're excited to graduate?
Yeah, I'm going to miss this. This was a fun opportunity for me, Dave.
Well, that's a great thing. You can always come back. So as we open the second quarter here, Lake Orion up by 2 points. Real strong first quarter, Adam. 11-9 Lake Orion. I really felt like they had to come out at their best, and they really showed that defensively, especially late in that first quarter.
Yeah, it's Lake Orion's defense. That's what's keeping them in the game right now.
Lake Orion with that first possession of this game. Driving strong, looking for an open three. It's there. Lauer, too strong. Kendall Robertson trying to come back down. And here comes Gumma for Troy. She'll stop, take her time. We got to guard Alyssa Matuza. She's got a couple deep shots in this game. Gumma, top of the key. Good defense by Lake Orion playing in a zone. Really not giving up anything right now. Alyssa Matuza passes it off. That's a travel, looked like. Yep, and they'll call it. So good job being in the right position. That was Kendall Robertson right there. And Charlotte Sabaka, she just didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Yeah, we talked about Kendall Robertson on the offensive side, how much a force she is, but she can also be a force on the defensive side with her size.
That's true. She's got a heck of an eye for where that ball's going, and she's done a good job anchoring that defense for Lake Orion. Corner three is up and just a little too short. Oh, tough collision there, but here comes Troy, and I have no idea how she got the shot up, but Alyssa Matuza is going to go shoot 2 free throws. So just anticipated where that ball was going, had 3 defenders in front of her, but she was able to still draw the foul.
Yeah, that's a great play. But also, see this game is a lot more physical than I would have expected coming into this.
Well, that's true. We've seen a lot of bodies all over the floor, a lot of aggressiveness in the post, and as we've seen right there, it was a tough foul. First free throw is up. It's good.
And that just shows to the passion and dedication that each team is willing to win.
I tell you what, Alyssa Matuza has a great shot. It is definitely an unorthodox type of release she has. Releases that right by her shoulder, but it's worked for her. Just too strong off the iron. And here comes Madeline Ebert. Ebert, the freshman floor general for the Lady Dragons. Lake Orion driving it, corner three again. Fakes that shot, drive in. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Robertson in the post. You got to watch out. She's talking to the ref there, but don't want to pick up a technical.
Yeah, that's an easy way to get some almost free points for Troy.
Exactly. You want to keep your composure, because after all, you're up by 1 point versus the Troy Colts, who've been pretty darn good all season. Troy bringing the ball up into the hands of Guma. Over to Matuza. She's trying to shake and bake, but had no room to move there. Over to Gumma, and she pushed off with that left hand. You can't do that. Offensive foul, and with an official right there, you just can't make that move.
Yeah, it's the little things that'll get you in this game. And just as shown right there, those offensive fouls, those little, little things, a legal screen or something like that where it's a push-off will get you.
Here comes Lake Orion trying to build on their lead, 1-point lead. Drive in, nice off the glass, a little too strong off the hands of Melissa Norman, but you gotta like that aggressiveness on offense. Matuza over to the corner, back at the top. Down low. Matuza with a wide open three and just rimmed out. You just can't leave her open. She's dangerous.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, I thought that was in. Stop and pop. Nice shot, but just rimming out from Melissa Norman, and here comes Troy again. Over to Gumma. Over to Matuza. Back to the top. Shot up, but wide open. Nobody there. That's a missed assignment. Athena Sampson was all by herself. She could have had a cup of coffee. She had so much time.
Yeah, I think that's just a case of closing out a little too much and not worrying about who's under the basket there.
Well, it's just one of those things we always talk about when you play basketball. You got to box out. And if you don't, and you don't find who you're guarding, then they're going to have an easy bucket. Pass down low, a little too short from Casey Lauer, and here comes Troy again trying to build on their lead. Nice stop and pop, a fadeaway in the lane. Offensive rebound and a foul. Wow. Jessica Chen strong off the glass, and she'll shoot one.
What a shot that was, Dave.
I mean, that was just not giving up on the play. That was a heck of a job to get that offensive rebound, putting it up with authority with two defenders on her, and she's going to get a free throw.
Yeah, she looked like she got cross-bodied at the end of that play, so good for her to get that and one layup.
Well, you know what? She's going to get rewarded here with some easy points if she can hit this free throw. Shot up, just a little too short. Lake Orion down by 3. Here they are driving that ball. Lauer, shot up, too short. Tipped, but into the hands of Jessica Chen, who was, unfortunately for Troy, standing out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a costly mistake. Or it's not costly, but it's just a like a silly mistake almost there.
Well, it's just not knowing where you are on the floor, right? Marshall, drive, too strong. Marshall back in the corner, looking for somebody open. Shot, nice, putting that up. Good shot by Kiera Tierney. Nothing but net. Gets Lake Orion down by 1. Shot from 3 is a little long there. Chen saves it, but fortunately for Lake Orion, into the hands of Casey Lauer. Lauer pushing it. Gets a wide open shot. And off her rebound, Kylie Heck, good job. She gets a second chance and she doesn't miss it. So Troy timeout, Lake Orion up 15-14.
Today's game is a copyrighted presentation of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. Last school year, the LOHS broadcast program was awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the country. We brought you over 80 live sporting events, and we plan to match that again this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily live newscast, LOAM. Tune in at www.dragonbroadcasting.org.
Yeah, we definitely have called our fair share of exciting contests, and tonight is just no different. It's a real close game. We expected that if Lake Orion came out playing their A game, and only up by 1 point, but hey, this far into the game with just 3:42 left in the first half, you got to feel real good if you're Lake Orion.
Especially with the competition that they're playing against tonight, this has to be a very good spot that Lake Orion is in.
Well, I mean, it's true, right? Numbers don't lie when you're 13-5. You do a lot of things good, and Lake Orion is just playing up to the competition. So a little bit of a stoppage in play. Not too sure what they're explaining, but want to get this one going. Troy going to inbound this ball with 3:42, just down by one. 15-14 Lake Orion lead.
Yeah, and it
Ball.
seemed.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it seems like the Lake Orion coach was having a conversation there with one of the referees, so it may be something that he didn't pertain to well.
Sabaka over to Gumma. Sabaka tries to make a move, passes it to Gumma, wide open three, nothing but net. Perfect release and rotation on that ball.
Yeah, and that was great passing by Troy just to work the two-man game and get her open for three.
You can't leave them open. They got a heck of shooters. I mean, they got some great shooters from deep, and right there, able to draw the turnover. Good job by Gumma sticking her ground. Unfortunately for Lake Orion. Lots of time here in this first half. Lake Orion down by 2, 15-17. Here comes Troy. Rutledge kicks it back to Gumma. Gumma at the top of the key. Over to Athena Sampson. So Sabaka and Gumma and Rutledge out there, all good shooters. Good job by Lake Orion getting the steal. Drive in and tipped away by Gumma. Heck of a defensive play. I got to tell you, if you're Casey Lauer, you think that's an easy two, but running back in position to play some defense there when a lot of players would have just given up on the play.
And that's what you need to do. But credit Lake Orion for, again, getting another turnover and creating another offensive possession.
Three from the corner, just a little too strong off the hands of Sydney Maddox. So you got the perfect look there, but just unable to connect from deep. Lake Orion struggled in this first half from three. That's the one thing we can say. Rutledge driving that ball in, fade away, and unable to connect. Here comes Lake Orion, Casey Lauer. Lauer looking for somewhere to go, drops it off to Marshall. Marshall, crossover. Dumps that off, shot from the free throw line, bounces, and unfortunately doesn't go in, but another rebound by Kiara Tierney. So an extra possession. See if Lake Orion can take advantage of it, but unfortunately thrown it away with 1:54 left. So they haven't had many turnovers in this game, but times like that when you can draw even with just 2 minutes left in the first half, you can't make those mistakes.
No, and especially this early in the game where I think it's crucial to come out with a lead.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You want to end the first half on a high note. Troy looking to build on that lead up on the offensive end. All by herself is Gumma. Gumma fakes that shot, crosses over. Good defense by Lake Orion. Threw it away. Actually was deflected, so we'll keep that down here. But good defense by Melissa Norman, who was right in her face. And Norman will get a breather here. Inbound to Gumma. Over to Chen. Down to Sampson. Sampson makes a move but loses the ball. Here comes Marshall, leaving it for Ebert. So 120. Lake Orion with a big opportunity to draw even or take the lead here. Good movement by Lake Orion. That's Marshall, and they're going to call a charge. Good positioning there for Jessica Chen. They're actually going to call a and one. It really could have went either way. The one official was saying one thing, the other was saying another, but it goes the home team's way, and Marshall will actually get a chance here to put Lake Orion up by one with 1:10 left in this first half. So good call. And unable to connect on that free throw. So we got a tie ball game at 17 apiece with 1 minute left in this first half. Adam, you couldn't ask for anything better.
No, and I think this last minute will be crucial for both teams to see who can get the advantage on each side.
Gumma into the corner, looking to create some space. Good job by Ebert there, anticipating again that pass, almost coming away with the steal. You really like the aggressiveness on defense from them.
Yeah, especially with Ebert. She's very good at predicting and being in the right passing lane at the right time.
And she's a freshman. You can only imagine what she's going to be like in 3 years from now. Rutledge looking for an open shot there right at the top of the key. Back down to Rutledge. Rutledge gets it back to Gumma, who crosses over but blocked. Good job by Lake Orion. Standing strong on defense there. Just 30.6 seconds left. We got a tie game here. Who's going to go into the second half with a lead? We don't know yet here, but big opportunity for Troy. Lake Orion again. Good job anticipating that pass. Madeline Ebert. How many times have we called her name defensively in this first half?
A lot. She's been all over the place tonight, Dave.
She's been great. Inbound pass. Gets it to Athena Sampson. Over to Charlotte Sabaka. Give and go pass, but I think she stepped out. Speaking of Alyssa Matuza, what they'll call a foul there on Lake Orion. It's going to go on Olivia Poplowski. It's her first foul in this first half. And with 20.4 seconds, we're going to get 2 free throws here for Alyssa Matuza. She's been extremely effective in this first half. And she connects on that first free throw. As we said, Matuza has 2 threes in this first half already. Or would have had 2 threes. One was her foot on the line, but she's been extremely effective. Second free throw, it's good. Gives Troy the lead by 2. Lake Orion's got 20 seconds left here. Here's Ebert. Love to see a corner 3 if they can make that happen. A drive and a kick. Ebert is fouled, however, good drive. That was a close one. But a foul by Alyssa Matuza. And you don't mind that foul. That's her first, Alyssa Matuza. Hard foul. And you don't want to give up the easy basket, right, Adam?
No, yeah, because Ebert showed earlier in the first quarter, she made a layup, and she's very good at using her handles to get in the paint and create good shots for herself.
Yeah, she's really, really smooth when she's driving to the basket, and she sees the court really, really well for a freshman. First free throw is good. Lake Orion down by 1. Let's see if she can tie this up. Just 12.8 seconds left. Free throw is up, looks good. Little too strong. Lake Orion almost coming away with the offensive rebound. Here comes Troy with 7 seconds. Rutledge drives the ball. Nice drive. Doesn't connect on a layup, but draws the foul and go to the free throw line. I feel like they've been there all night long, drawing fouls. Aggressive, driving that ball through the lane there, and Rutledge doing the same.
Yeah, and if the shots aren't going to fall for you, that's another good way to get those points is to.
Those easy points, right?
Yeah, drive the lane, get the contact, and hope for the best at the free throw line.
First free throw is up. It's good. 2018 lead with 5.1 seconds. So you're going to have to dribble that ball up. You got enough time if she does, in fact, make this free throw. You got some time here. 3 seconds left. Lake Orion got to get that ball up. And a little too strong. So at the end of the first half, Lake Orion down by 2. 2018 Troy on top. Adam, I got to tell you, I'm excited for the second half because we saw a lot of good things from Lake Orion to look forward to that second half.
Yeah, and for Lake Orion, I think they should be proud of where they're at right now with the score-wise, because being down 2 to a talented team like Troy, I think is an accomplishment. I think both teams need to come out with that same energy and aggression that they had in the first half.
Love to see that intensity matched by Lake Orion in the second half. So the ONTV High School Game of the Week, Lake Orion versus the Troy High Colts. We'll be back for the second half real soon.
ONTV invites you to take part in our 10-week video production class. The class meets on Monday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and offers instruction on studio production, field production, and non-linear editing. Upon completion of the class, you get access to ONTV's facilities and equipment to produce your own programs or short film. The cost is $30 for Lake Orion residents, $60 for non-residents. For more information, give ONTV a call at 248-693-3377 or visit orionontv.org today.
Between the Lake Orion Lady Dragons and the Troy High Colts. Adam, we talked about this time and time again, but Lake Orion really came out and played their A game in that first half.
Yeah, what stood out to me the most is their aggressiveness on defense, their willingness to jump passing lanes and get steals and really play physically to allow more difficult shots for Troy.
Troy with the first possession of the second half. Gumma at the point. Stop and pop there off the hands of Charlotte Sabaka, who had a first half that was one to remember. She was real strong there for Troy. We got an 18-22 ball game. Troy on top. Lake Orion's first possession here. Grace Volkalich looking to create some space, throws it down to Megan Marshall, and Marshall will draw the foul. So going to be important for Lake Orion to answer on the offensive end here. You don't want to fall too far behind in the second half because Troy can do that. They're extremely explosive on offense, and they've been extremely, I'd say they haven't been living up to what they normally do, especially at that three-point line. Here comes Troy. Gumma driving it in with a defender in front of her, but she doesn't care, doesn't matter. Shoots it right over the top of Melissa Norman, who played good defense there, but Gumma does a good job and puts that in for two. Good drive for the point guard from Troy. Lake Orion turns the ball over there, and here comes Troy again, another possession. Ever trying to knock that away, but into the hands of Sabaka. Sabaka from the corner. Throws it back to Gumma. Three-pointer block. Good job there from Grace Volkalich, blocking Alyssa Matuza, who was really effective from deep in that first half. Over to Megan Marshall. Marshall, nice drive, uses the glass, and there's 2 points. Great shot there, Adam. The bank is open even past 7 o'clock.
And that was a terrific shot with the left hand as well. And Lake Orion's going to have to pick it up on offense because Troy can score, I think, almost at any point with how much talent they have.
And almost on cue, but three just a little too long off the hands of Kendall Zeider. Madeline Ebert, the freshman point guard, brings it up. Lake Orion down by 4. Toss down in the post. Over to Melissa Norman. Norman, nowhere to go. Back to the top of the key to Ebert. Back over to Aaron Humes. Humes blocked. And back over to Marshall. So good defense down low for Troy. Marshall with the ball. Trying to create some room. Again, uses that bank just a little too strong, and Lake Orion unable to save it. Possession arrow in favor of Troy. So it worked the first time for Megan Marshall, but just a little too strong. I mean, you got to keep doing what you're doing, right? Marshall's had the hot hand early on here, so keep feeding her that ball.
Yeah, and I would say just keep going down the post because you have players like her and Kendall Robertson who are very skilled in the post and can get you points.
Nice block there by Megan Marshall on Athena Sampson, who's 6'2", a couple inches she's got on Marshall, but good job playing her strong on the post.
And that's another point where the Dragons need to defend her down in the post because she's another player who can score not only inside but also on the outside as well.
Corner three, Gumma up, too strong, was on, looked like it'd go in, but just a little too long and picked up by Madeline Ebert. Lake Orion down by 4. 4:45 left in this third quarter. And in the hands of Melissa Norman. Over to Marshall, back to Ebert. Ebert, drive, strong block there and picked up by Troy. Here they come the other way. Trying to throw it over to Gumma, just a little too strong. Good block there by Kendall Zeider. She didn't even have to jump. She really just stole the ball and a block all in one. Is it possible to have a block steal?
Oh, yes, it is, and we just saw it right there. That was
Done to perfection, really.
Yeah.
Lake Orion, however, still down by 4 points. You keep getting opportunities to get into that heart of that defense and score, especially cut in a 4-point lead. You can't let these opportunities go for nothing. Marshall in the corner. 3 by Humes, just a little too strong. And Lake Orion able to draw the foul, Melissa Norman. But we'll get a quick timeout. Lake Orion down by 4, 4:13 left in this third quarter.
Be sure to tune in to replays of your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check our program guide on our webpage at ONTV.org for replay times that best fit your viewing schedule. Also, visit our YouTube link for games on demand, www.ontv.org.
So Lake Orion getting the timeout there. You know what? I don't know what the conversation was in the huddle, but if you had to guess, just got to keep playing your game, right? Not letting those turnovers get to you and taking advantage. When you create the turnovers on offense, and they've kind of went a little cold here early on in this third quarter. Marshall in the corner. She'll drive. Barely kept her foot in bounds. Over to Ebert. There's just not a lot of space there. It's just been great defense for Troy. Marshall throws it around to Norman. Norman, good drive. Throws it up. That was a heck of a shot. I got to tell you, she looked extremely confident. That looked WNBA-like.
Yeah, and
wow.
To make a college reference, like the Xavier Simpson almost
the
like
hook
jump
shot, right?
Yeah, just looked like that right there.
That's a foul down low. Looks like it's going to go on either Marshall or Norman, and it will be Megan Marshall. That's her first team second for Lake Orion. Inbound pass off the hands of Charlotte Sabaka here in a second. So down by 2 with 3:39 left in the third quarter. If you knew you would be at this point if you're Lake Orion, you got to feel pretty good about yourself, right?
Oh, of course. Staying in it for this long, I think is an accomplishment. And they have also a chance to win it.
Corner 3 just a little too long. Good job by Robertson boxing out and getting that rebound. Madeline Ebert. Down by 2, Lake Orion looking to get back into this game, whether they tie it or go back on top. Anticipation steal by Troy. Here they come. Gumma a little too far for her, though. That's the second time she could have had an easy layup if there was a good pass, but here comes Ebert. Ebert, drive in the lane, too strong. Rebound, she gets it back somehow and tore out of her hands really aggressively by Kendall Zeider. And like you said, this has been really intense by both teams, real physical.
This has been just multiple plays where bodies have been flying all over the court, and you love to see the passion and the aggression by both teams. So really want to come and win this game.
Yeah, it's been a real fun game for us to call and to watch, but got to be proud of the way Lake Orion's played against Troy. Ebert almost picking that steal up. And she will get that ball into the post there with an easy 2. Tie ball game. Good job by Lake Orion. Double team paid off there. Here comes the press again. Almost getting another steal from Gumma. Troy regathers himself. Back over to Gumma. We got a tie ball game with 2:30 left in this third quarter. Corner 3 up all by herself. Too strong. Picked up by Ebert. Good pass to Casey Lauer. Lauer up. Too strong. She had an easy 2 there. You know she'd love to have that one back. Lauer rushing back on defense. Coast to coast shot. And a heck of a one. And that's number 11, Charlotte Sabaka. We've got another timeout. Lake Orion down by 2. But a great ball game so far.
DVD copies can be purchased by calling ONTV at 248-693-3377 or 393-1060. For only $10, you can get a copy of not only this game, but any game or program in our broadcast vault. That's DVD copies at 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060.
Well, Adam, down by 2, 2:09 left in this third quarter. Lake Orion did take a good time out there, I think so, by head coach Bob Bridges, just to kind of regather yourselves. Look, we've been doing everything we need to win this ball game. Stay in it, play your game, be confident on the offensive end, and really that trap has been super successful in this second half. I think they've had about 4 or 5 steals that's created some easy buckets.
And that's something you can do with your guard play, especially, and I don't know how many times I'm going to call her name, but Madison Ebert. She, with her quickness and her ability to get the steals, can be something very beneficial for Lake Orion.
Here comes Ebert here, give and go. A little too high for Kendall, but trying to feed her there right off the timeout there. But here comes Troy again, wide open 3, and there you go. That's dangerous. Kendall Zeider from 3. She's definitely had an impact in this second half. 29-24, just like that. 5-point lead for Troy, their largest of this game. So you got to be careful. And we're going to get a quick foul here, stoppage of play. Not too sure what happened. Marshall being taken out of the game. I don't know what happened there, I'll be honest with you.
I'm not too sure either. She doesn't look injured, but
looks like she may have gotten an elbow there. She's holding her eye, but she seems to be just fine. Just playing it safe if you're the official.
Of course.
Inbound pass to Ebert. She'll stop, pass it over to Casey Lauer. Lauer down to Robertson. Robertson, she had it right there. She had an easy bucket, just missed. Pass down all the way on the other end. Great job creating a 2-on-1 into the hands of Charlotte Sabatka. I tell you what, she's been super active. She's been all over the court. Almost had an easy 2 there, but she will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and she has been changing the game with both on offense and on defense. And here you can see she's getting free throws, which she's capitalized on early in the game, I believe so.
Well, I tell you, one thing that won't go down in the stats, but it's something that's been huge, is that outlet pass. And they've used that just effectively and super efficiently has Troy. And they've created a couple 2-on-1s early in this second half as well. 2 free throws good. And just like that, a 7-point ball game. You can't fall behind too much more than that. Lake Orion, a crucial possession with just 1 minute left here in this third quarter. Ebert looking for somewhere to go. Passes it back to Casey Lauer. Lauer back over to Ebert. Robertson calling for the ball. She wants that in the post. Ebert over on the side. She'll drive that ball. Looking for an opening, but nowhere to go. Back over to Robertson. Robertson stolen from her. And just like that, with a 7-point lead, here comes Troy again. Rutledge, corner pass, beautiful pass, and that was a travel. I got to tell you, if you're Matuza, you should just pull up right there for that 3. She had some room as her defender played a little bit off, and was as effective as she's been with that 3-pointer. A little bit surprised there that she didn't shoot that?
Oh, of course. She's been, I would argue, the most effective shooter from both sides all night.
No argument for me. I've seen that all night. She's been really, really good from 3. Lauer, drive, underhand shot. Unable to connect there, and here comes Troy again with 23 seconds left. Kick ball off the foot of Kendall Zeider. Good job by Ebert to draw that turnover. And with just 20 seconds left here, you got to get something going here. Can't fall behind by double digits to Troy, especially going into this fourth quarter.
This last possession for Lake Orion, I'm assuming the last possession, is crucial in my opinion.
Here comes Lake Orion now. Casey Lauer playing the point. Good screen from Robertson. Robertson gets it back. She misses the layup. Not like her there, but here we go again. outlet pass, and just like that, Charlotte Sabaka. How many times do I got to say it? That outlet pass has been a thing of beauty for them. And after 3 quarters, it was a 2-point game, Adam. And now Lake Orion finds himself down by 9 points, 24-33. We'll be back for this fourth quarter action real soon.
During this sports season, ONTV will be covering a large variety of games. Our sports coverage will include varsity basketball, hockey, and more. Select games will be streamed live on dragonbroadcasting.org and will be replayed on our channel Comcast 10 and AT&T 99. Visit ONTV.org for a program schedule.
So, Adam, the first 2 quarters we saw a different Lake Orion team. I think really the first half of that third quarter, they were playing extremely effective. But what happened in that last couple minutes of that third quarter? They just get a little too sloppy or what?
I think it's a mix of being sloppy and then also just converting on what I would argue as very easy shots. Like, for example, the last play of the third quarter where Robertson had the layup.
Couple layups.
Yeah. She missed. And then, like you said before, the outlet passes to the easy 2-on-1s for layups and for free throws for Troy.
So it's been a little bit of both. A little bit of Troy, a little bit of Lake Orion, just not cashing in on those possessions. Here's Lake Orion here. Huge possession. Robertson wants that ball down low. Lauer driving in, trying to get someone open for 3. Steal again. Do I even have to say the name? She's been real effective. And one again. That's Kendall Zeider. I got to tell you, I don't know where she was in that first half, but this second half, she's been a difference maker.
She has, and I was told that she's a difference maker on Troy, and you can obviously see it here. And coming in this second half, what has she done to turn the tide for Troy as they now have an 11? She can make it a 12-point lead now.
It feels like it was a couple minutes ago we were talking about a tie contest, and just like that, you see the firepower of Troy, who almost came away there with the offensive rebound. And here comes Lake Orion. Ebert, you got to see something here from them. With just 7 minutes to go, push that ball. Play with a little bit more intensity on offense and see if they can connect here from 3 as well. But it just hasn't been there tonight. They haven't been able to connect from 3. They haven't taken advantage of those steals that they've gotten, those extra opportunities. And here's another chance in the post. I mean, it's just easy right now for Athena Sampson. That's another 2.
Yeah, it's very easy for Troy. They have seemed to
they flipped the switch, haven't they?
Yes, they
really
flipped
have.
the switch.
I mean, sometimes we're a loss for words, but that's just really the perfect way to put it. They flipped the switch and drive there again. Lauer unable to connect. She had all day there, but she usually hits that shot. Here comes Rutledge. Rutledge dribbling out of trouble with confidence. 3-pointer up, and just a little too long. I got to tell you, down by 13, you can't leave open shots like that. Alyssa Matuza, they're lucky they didn't connect there from 3 because she's been pretty automatic.
Yeah, that is a surprising move, in my opinion, to the least.
Lauer to Robertson, just not a lot of movement here on offense. Lauer gets out of trouble, stops, pops. A little too strong, but rebound comes right down to Lake Orion. Robertson picks it back up, and they're going to call a foul on the floor, so no free throws. But Lake Orion, however, will get another extra possession.
I think for Lake Orion, they need to flip the switch because you just saw in that last possession, they had a couple good looks, and they just couldn't convert on them.
The problem is you're playing against the clock, too. So
yeah.
There's 2 opponents now. Corner 3, a little too strong. Rebound by Rutledge. You just don't have a ton of time here, and especially when you're not connecting. Lake Orion trying to play some tough defense here. Ooh, I don't know how that didn't go in. As Zeider almost connected again. Zeider picks it back up in the post and drawing another foul, this one on Robertson.
Yeah, that shot looked like it just came up from the bottom of the net. But Troy gets the ball back here, and I think saying when it rains, it pours is very true in this scenario. It seems like Troy's doing everything right, and Lake Orion just can't figure out how to get the ball in the basket.
Look at there. An inbound play to perfection. Wide open shot to Gumma. We're going to get another timeout, down by 15. I mean, Lake Orion in a tough spot here late in this fourth quarter.
ONTV has launched our brand new internet radio station. You can create your own podcast or radio show, or sign up to even be a DJ. For more information on the radio station, give us a call at 248-693-3377 or 248-693-1060.
Well, if you're a fan of Michigan State, they're up 53-51 over Iowa right now, so that's some good news, huh?
Yeah, that's a very good game going on in Breslin Center right now in East Lansing.
And I got to tell you, we had a heck of a game here through 2.5 quarters, and then, as we mentioned, the switch was turned. It was a completely different team with Troy, and I think a lot of those chances that they were not capitalizing on, they started capitalizing on those, and Lake Orion just wasn't able to keep up.
Yeah, it seems like just it was a matter of time because you could even see in the first half from Troy, they had open threes and open long mid-ranges that weren't falling, and it almost seemed like a matter of time until those fell.
Well, Lake Orion will take over possession here. Inbound to Casey Lauer. So Lake Orion down by 15 with just 5:30 left to play in this ball game. Lauer drives. Nice drive by her. Unable to hit the layup, but she will go to the free throw line. And that really right there, and I'm not beating up on her, but that's the difference of winning this game and coming close. If you can connect on that layup and draw the foul, it's a three-point play versus going to the free throw line having to hit two tough free throws. So we'll see. First free throw is up. Perfect shot there by Lauer. Second shot is up, and it's good, but we're going to get a free throw lane violation. But it doesn't matter because it wasn't on Lake Orion. So they'll count that free throw. Lake Orion cuts the lead to 14 right now. Should say 13, I do believe. Here comes Gumma for Troy. He's played real strong at that point, driving the ball. Looked like a couple too many extra steps, but they don't call that one. Here comes Lake Orion. Lauer, drive again, too strong. Good rebound over to Marshall. Marshall somehow got that three-pointer off. A little too strong. She kind of rushed that one, and she felt that defender coming ever so quickly. And just like that, Troy is going to take a timeout. So Lake Orion down by 14 points, 5:02 left. We'll be back for the rest of this ball game.
Go mobile with ONTV anytime. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube on your mobile devices. Connect with ONTV to see what's happening in our studio, see upcoming events, and watch ONTV programs in high definition on demand. ONTV, working hard to bring Lake Orion to the world.
All right, and Adam, so some of those keys that you talked about early on in this ball game, let's revisit those. Now, what were those couple keys that you had for Lake Orion to come away with a victory?
Oh, I said before the game started that Lake Orion needed to get the ball down low to Kendall Robson in the post and to capitalize on threes and to limit the turnovers.
Now, Kendall Robertson, we've gotten it down to her in the post, but so far she hasn't been able to be effective just because of that presence of Athena Sampson as well. And from three, just haven't been dropping tonight. Shot again there, and that's good. Athena Sampson, another 2 points for her. So we got a 16-point ball game. Lake Orion gonna have to hit some shots there. Three-pointer no good by Lauer. And this one's kind of getting out of hand here. And you worried about that if they didn't take advantage of some of these opportunities. And here we are with a 16-point game.
And like you mentioned before, Dave, when it was down to 7, you talked about how you can't get that far down and you just got to fight back. And obviously for Lake Orion, the aggression was still there. It's just the shots haven't been falling for them. And the opportunities the opportunities for Lake Orion were there, but they just didn't have the I don't know.
I mean, I know what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
They weren't
I'm at a loss of.
They weren't able to take advantage of some of those opportunities given, and right there, that's a prime example right there. You got to rebound that basketball. Can't give up an offensive rebound on a free throw. Giving up a couple extra points, down here by 18 points, and just with 4 minutes left. I mean, you honestly have to start shooting three-pointers here. Nice job by Marshall, but unable to connect down low. Pass up to Gumma. She can't catch up with that one.
Yeah, and there you go, like mentioned before, with the the outlet pass. But that time it didn't work out. And I know early in the game it's gone both ways. There's either been a turnover or it's worked for a 2-on-1 layup.
Lake Orion driving in. Good job there for Kylie Heck, the freshman. She'll go to the free throw line. That foul on Athena Sampson, her first, team fourth.
And I know I always mention this during senior night games, but are we going to get the all-senior lineup coming out? What do you think, Dave?
I mean, we should, right? Just for the seniors to be a special moment. And when you're down by this many points here, you have to think maybe a timeout will be coming, and that way you can make those substitutions. First free throw, good by Kylie Heck, the freshman, playing point guard. It's just unfortunate with the way that Lake Orion started out this game to really get to this point.
Yeah, it's just the fire and the passion that we saw in the first half. It was almost like, I don't want to make any references, but it was almost like a battle, like a war.
It was a battle, but here you go with another outlet pass. I mean, when you're able to cherry pick like that, Alyssa Matuza just has an easy bucket again. You just can't let that happen. I mean, I know that they're pressing, but got to have somebody back there deep. Lake Orion has found themselves down by 18 points. Three-pointer up and just a little bit wide on the right side of that basket.
Yeah, and that just goes to the point that you were mentioning before of they just haven't fallen. The threes have not been going in for Lake Orion.
Yeah, it's been a tough third quarter and fourth quarter here for Lake Orion. It was really, like I said, there's two opponents right now. There's the clock, and then there is Troy, who's just been extremely effective on both ends as this ball game has gone on longer. Inbound pass to Troy, looking to build on that lead, up by 18 points. Down low again, another easy two for Athena Sampson. And just like that, a 2-point game has gone all the way to 20. And that's a tough way to end many seniors' nights here. And we're going to get a foul, offensive foul. Turn that ball over again.
Yeah, and I know we've harped on this for a while now, but it's just Lake Orion had the game down to 2, especially with a team like Troy, and to see it slip after the work they put in the first half, and even throughout the first half of the third quarter.
No, that's true. I mean, this was a completely different game in that first half. It was matched bucket for bucket by Lake Orion, and like you said, it was that third quarter that really just changed the whole feel of this game, and here we are with a 20-point lead. Lake Orion just trying to get a couple steals here. Madeline Ebert not stopping her aggressiveness, playing well. And we'll have an inbound pass from Troy with 2:29 left. So it looks like both teams getting some substitutions in there, except for Madeline Ebert. She's playing that point all the way through.
Yeah, and although it's senior night, you almost want to see her get playing time just maybe to develop her a little more because she is only a freshman, as we've mentioned.
Well, you got to give her all the experience you can,
yeah.
right? Whether you're up by 20 or you're down by 20, you have to be able to play through either of those. Adversity is a big thing in sports, and the way that you react is really going to be truthful or and telling for her. So, down by 20 points here. See if Lake Orion can get some positive going in this fourth quarter.
Be sure to tune in into replays of your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check our program guide on our webpage at orionontv.org for replay times that best fit your viewing schedule. Also visit our YouTube link for games on demand, www.orionontv.org.
Well, they're doing the YMCA here, so that's a little bit of fun. Obviously, there's a pretty quiet crowd here, down by 20 points for Lake Orion, but I mean, the positives you have to say, we're getting a lot of playing time here for Madeline Ebert. She's going to have a heck of a career. She's got 3 more years here. Playing the point guard, that general position as a freshman, that speaks a lot of who she is as a basketball player and who she's going to be.
Yeah, and we even saw just a few seconds ago of her still trying to get steals and her still playing great defense, which speaks to her passion.
Lake Orion, 2 minutes left. Trying to get a shot up here. Got some subs in, but that ball thrown away off the hands of Shaylin Williams. They're going to say that's deflected. I don't know how. I didn't see it, but Troy's going to take over. And that could have been an easy bucket as well. Here's Madeline Ebert. Ebert over to Williams. Williams, down low pass. Good pass. And drawing the foul, getting some playing down there.
Troy foul number 32, Alina possesses her first team's fifth.
That's the 15th foul here for Troy. As Caitlin Van Hack is at the free throw line. First free throw up, it's good. Caitlin Van Hack, a sophomore forward, getting her first action tonight here. Second free throw up, and that's good as well. Perfect rotation, great form for Van Hack there. Lake Orion trying to get another steal, and they are able to do so, but unable to keep it inbounds off the hands of Grace Valkalich.
It's always nice to see Lake Orion, even though they're down by a lot, still play that great defense, because even though it won't show up on the scoreboard, it still speaks to how much they care.
I mean, here they are playing hard, down by as many points as they are. They're obviously doing a good job to try to make something out of it. You have to have pride, right?
Of course.
I mean, you're going to lose this ball game, it's clear, but you have to have pride. Play hard through the whistle. That's with any sport. Ball turned over again there. Lake Orion will take over possession with 1:27 left. Inbounded to Ebert. She's played this whole game.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her come off
She's
before.
been a warrior for Lake Orion. She's done a good job. Over to Williams. Back over to Ebert, and that ball stolen away. Good job by Ebert. Coming back defensively and really drawing a travel. Heck of a job. I mean, you're down by 20 and you're playing like that. That just
speaks volumes.
Yeah, and you know her coach is going to remember that.
Of course, and I think that's why she's been on the floor so much, not only in this game, but for the entire season.
Yeah, exactly. Pass over to Ebert. Over at the top there, 3 off the hands of Grace Valkalich, just a little too strong. Over to Valkalich again. Looking for somewhere to go. Ebert, 3, up, too strong. Shot blocked. And still doing what they've been doing all game here, just real strong down low. There comes Troy with 33 seconds left. And that'll be a foul by Van Hack, who's coming in and got some minutes with a couple free throws here. So 30.7 seconds left. Lake Orion down by 18 points. It
Yeah.
will take many miracles to come back in this game.
I think for Lake Orion, for their younger players, this is a learning experience. Players like Ebert and players like Robertson and Kalen Van Hack, who are younger, they can learn from this. There's still something, that players can gain, even though you're down.
You're getting
by
some
18.
seniors that are coming out as well. Speaking of Grace Valkalich, giving hugs to everybody on that bench. That's tough to see.
Yeah,
I mean, they love this game, and she'll be going out as a senior. You just wish she could have got a win here tonight. Just 19 seconds left. Stolen away. And Lake Orion picks that back up for a layup, and a little too strong. And one, however, by Van Hack. Great job following that ball up to get a free throw as well. So that's a great job by her. Not giving up, like we mentioned. Yeah, you're down, but you're not knocked out yet. You still got some time on that clock, and they're not laying down here.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Free throws up. Van Hack. And a little too strong. Ball bounces back out. 4 seconds left. They'll dribble this off. And that's it. Tough contest. It started out great. Didn't end well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Lake Orion, they lose by 16 points. Adam, we talked about it all night. It was going to have to be an A game by Lake Orion if they were going to win this. And they played their A game for about 2.5 quarters. And then after that, Troy just went to another level.
Yeah, we can say it before. Lake Orion, they aced the midterm through the first half, but they just couldn't get it done on the final exam, you could say, throughout the full 4 quarters of this game. But there are some takeaways, even though this was a very, very emotional and heart-touching game for the seniors. For the younger players, they can still take away some experience from this game, playing a high-level, talented team.
Yeah, that's true. For all those seniors, obviously we wish them the best.
Of course.
And that's it for us. That's Troy on top, winning by 16. That's our high school game of the week tonight. For Adam Schrader, I'm Dave Siseski. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great night.